Alright. Welcome back to another round of Civilization 7. After the a little bit unplanned Hightail stream. And after the last Civ stream where we have finished the Exploration Age as Trung Trac, we are now taking a look at the Modern Age. So, for the last time in this total game, what are we working with? Trung Trac gets the Army Commander Trung Ni after obtaining the first land military unit. Trung Ni persists across age transitions and begins with 2 promotion exploration advanced starts or 3 promotions in modern advanced starts, which we've not used, and he has a unique promotion tree. We also gain 20% command experience and 10% science in cities in tropical, which is doubled while in a formal war that we have declared. I have paired her with Meiji Japan, which gives the ability when you overbuild a building, gain science equal to 50% of the building's production cost and 30% production towards the Dogo Onsen. Now immediately I think that opens up the possibility for a science victory. If we could overbuild quite a lot and get a little bit of science boost that way, we might get through the science tree a little bit quicker and can go for a science victory. And I believe it has been a while since I've made a science victory, so I'm not too against this idea. But we also gain the Zaibatsu unique quarter, which gives 1 gold in production on buildings in adjacent districts and a resource capacity in the settlement. It's made up of the Ginkgo, which is a gold building that gives 9 gold and a gold adjacency for gold buildings and wonders, and the Yukogyo, which is a production building that gives 9 production and 1 production adjacency for coastal terrain and wonders. So we kind of want to build that coastally, which is good because that is most likely where all our gold buildings are. So that is something we might want to keep in mind. We also gain the Mikasa, which is a unique heavy naval unit. The first time this unit is destroyed, it respawns in the closest settlement you own at 50% HP. So this basically is a heavy naval unit with the Mausoleum at Harlequinassus skill, but with more HP. And the Zero, which is a unique fighter air unit with increased range and 4 combat strength against other fighter air units that can intercept enemy air units. We'll see how much we'll use that. We also could gain science equal to 25% production of its production cost when we train an aircraft or naval unit. We also get a production in science from specialists. We could also get military buildings, gain adjacency from coast, or 6 combat strength for aircraft attacking an enemy naval unit adjacent to a friendly naval unit. That seems highly specific. And I still have the 2 mementos that I had through the entire game, mainly because I forgot to change them, but also because we might fight a little bit at least. If we take a look, where have we started? I think I was thinking about going for Kusa, because Kusa has, I believe, 1 wonder. Yeah, Kusa has Namadol. But ultimately, I wouldn't say no to a science victory. First, get a little bit of upgrades. We can finish the Trung Ni tree. We can give you... what do you have? You have infantry, field cannon, mortars, some more field cannons. You have quite the mixture. So that's ranged and siege, or infantry and cavalry. I think I go down the infantry cavalry route. And you can continue towards the bombardment. Let's start the game. Or rather the modern age. Immediately I want to get the Treasure Fleet Golden Age. We can turn Cahokia or Pataliputra into a city. Cahokia would be here, Pataliputra already was. I think I'll take Cahokia. I would also like Deep Roots, that's 108 extra culture. I'd also take the Science on each quarter. And now, in terms of attributes, culture could get us towards the Civic Masteries or the Wonder Production. Diplomatic, I don't think I'm that. I got the most important part. Economy-wise, we could get the no, I have the purchasing already. I think I'm also happy with that. Expansionist could give us one step closer, up to 2 steps closer to the settlement limit. But I'm not sure how much I want to settle this game. Militaristic, I have everything I wanted. Scientific might be interesting. I think double science would be good, and then maybe cultural. I think I would not say no to that. So economic and another cultural, and come on, let's get the expansionist. Double expansionist, 1 militaristic? Because I don't really care about land of opportunity. Or do I? I don't really care about militaristic attribute. Yeah, let's go double expansionist militaristic. I can give the healing. So I take the wonder construction. I take the resource capacity. We will go down towards the settlement limit. Like I said, I want to take the healing. And let's first slot in some resources, because that might give us more science before we decide what we want to do. Okay, that's about that. We have... yeah, you're a city as well. You're a city as well. Let's get the town resources out real quick. And then we have 40 culture, so that's the best for now. Let's get 1 culture in here as well. That's happiness in the capital. So you would like to go into the cap, although you give me production in a city with a rail station. Okay, that does not matter really. Alright. Now we could get the science on quarter and then 1 science per town. Yeah, I think I like that. That is 62 and another 60. So 122 extra science. So we're sitting on 600 science right now, which gets us way above anyone else. I won't say no to that. Let's get some more specialists, because they will give us science later on. While we continue to upgrade our land, that to grow our land, that again most likely will take some time. But every bit of science I can get, I shall take. You can get that. Seems good. You will go onto the mountains, as will you. Well, that's 6 culture right there. Although that we'll finish that guy, so we'll do that. You can finish here and there. We've got more science. There's better science here. Okay, you can start with a city park. Is that a good place? No, actually, this might be a better place for our unique. Ooh, although that, so this is 11 or 14, and this is 11 or 10. Yeah, that's a good place for our unique, which is something we might want to consider. But that does mean we can plot you in here. That is good. The tide changes. A politician boards their first ever train, marveling at this new technology from abroad as they lean out the window to wave farewell to their spouse. The implications of his rapid innovation are front of mind. We'll soon take the culture, the science here. I do want to start with academics, as always. Not the culture, the science, please. Culture-wise, that is the fun wonder. Let's take a look at the Meiji civics. Unique building, production towards military and production buildings, and the Dogo Onsen. Unique building, production towards science buildings, and science and production from specialists. I like that idea already. Production towards naval and aircraft, and combat strength for units adjacent to coast. Influence, yeah, right. Influence is squandered when hoarded. Let's befriend some scientific city-states, shall we? If we have any more. I hope we have. Please? Maybe? Somewhere? Don't tell me we only have one scientific city-state. Well, I guess we only have one scientific city-state. Then culture. I guess. And more science, more gold, and even more gold. Yes, please. You would like to build that as well. There's a 13-1. Is that that seems to be the best we can get? Is that double over? That is double over buildable, and there's technically 12. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Yes, you're double over buildable, meaning I'd like the city park up here. And what about you? Your best production building is what seems to be all the way up here. I can't get there. I cannot get there. I could put it here. That's a 12. Like so, and then so. Is that is a? I think that's just a rural tile. If I, yes, and that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That works perfectly. So not here, but that's a 26. That's a 35 happiness park. Yeah, I'll gladly take that. Where would you like your building? You get from marine coastal terrain. We're talking, that is all ages, unfortunately. 11, 11, 11, 11. So there's an ageless granary, there's an overbuildable kiln. I guess this is the way we want to do that then. Meaning you will build the city park right here. And you do not have any coastal terrain whatsoever. But I can see a 10 production and double overbuildable. Let's double check. Armor and guild hall are both overbuildable. That works out quite well. So your city park will not go there. Instead, I will build it. There's also an ageless building in there. There's how nah, screw it. We'll build it here. Alright. Now we need to go through all of our units. Which there are quite a lot. That ship of the line can stay where it is. You will continue to scout. You will continue to scout. You will continue to scout. As will you. You can stay where you are. You will scout. And we have officially started. Oh, I can only take one city anyway for now. I mean, Kusa would be fun to take, don't get me wrong. We will take Elective Republic. If we can boost our science even more, I would not say no to that.
No.
Alright. You have 38 production, 41, but you're not a city. 38 as well. 75 and 106. I think you should be good to go for Oxford University. And now we beeline towards flight. And 20% extra science. And some unit maintenance reduction. Doi Moi. Trung Trac sits on the throne, but the true power of her empire lies in her people. Together they have endured and prospered. Together they still have much to achieve. Research flight. Yeah, we're on our way. Trust me, I am beelining currently.
Soon.
But that should not take too much time. We could befriend another cultural city-state under the assumption that there is another one. If not... yeah, there is another one. Wonderful. Samurai out of work. A disheveled samurai strokes the mane of his Kisuma, coaxing out a sympathetic neigh. What use is his blade with no monarchy to serve, nor family to protect? Perhaps it is time for a different oath. The time of the samurai is at an end. Or the cast should turn towards charitable work. I will get my unique building a little quicker. I mean, I just started a celebration. I don't think I need another one right now. And I think once we're... the next time will be like expansionist and militaristic to get the extra settlement limit up and running. If there's no more scientific city-states currently in-game,
The man
I
I used
shall
to
say.
The
You can start... ooh, that might take a while. But you can start on that already. And sure, let's go through all. And there's 30 production and 30 more science to be had, which I would not say no to. Three more turns. Any more science to gain? Let's just take the volcano. I don't know if the volcano actually does stuff. Like, it doesn't look like it gives me any yields. So I don't know what that expedition, if that expedition base is still a sensible thing to do. But it's what it is now. I think that should, yeah, soon. I'll leave one more turn after that. I mean, it does erupt. Thank you for nothing. We do not yet have enough. There's the militaristic 340. Next turn, we shall have enough to get that militaristic city-state going. Let's also start with the unique building here, or the unique quarter here, I shall say, and another city resource. I'll gladly take that.
I wonder anybody does anything at Oxford but dream and remember.
More science, more technologies. It would be absolutely awesome if that wouldn't just give you 2 random technologies, but if you could decide on a technology you'd get. Hey Flapjack, yes, I am going for a science victory currently, because I thought, because as Meiji Japan we gain science equal to 50% of the building's production cost when we overbuild, and it has been a while since I've done a scientific victory, at least I think, and so I'm interested in doing another science victory. Can we get an alliance? Thank you. What about you? How about another alliance? Lovely. And suddenly those alliances give us 60 science. Just 1 science with 1 city on deity. Yeah, ooh, nice, nice. Yeah, I am not a deity player. I value the relaxing, just building your empire and not having to stress out because of the AI more than I value getting a real challenge. So we're playing on the sweet and cute Viceroy difficulty right now. But I assume Science 1 City, correct me if I'm wrong, but that to me sounds like a Confucius game. At least who I would have picked. Himiko. Ooh, yeah. Which Himiko? High Shaman, or what's the other one? Like the one that can Queen of Wa. Is that the one that gets science? That gets like minus 10% science and doubled when celebrating? Or was that the High Shaman Himiko? Okay, so Queen of Wa is the one that can accept endeavors for free. Yeah, I can see that working. If you get a lot of science endeavors, that could give you quite a lot of science. Yeah, I mean, impressive. Impressive. Doi moi, no longer bound to the earth, Trung Trac's people take to the skies, together always. Another scientific attribute point. +1 to adjacency of the standard gold production science buildings. Sure. At 1k science almost. Ooh, with one city, that is crazy. I believe you would. I think I just purchase the buildings for you real quick. Because you would like an aerodrome. And then once this is done, you would like to do the transoceanic flight. Can I give you some more production? There's a military academy somewhere around here, and maybe some ironworks as well. And that's a pretty good 3, 12, 3, 5, 2, 12, 3. So no food increase. Yeah, I'll take it that way. Okay. Tokyo can now do all the the heavy production stuff. Have you befriended at Scientific IP for 25% production to project? I'm still on the way to befriend to what looks, at least from my quick glance, the only scientific city-state that I can see in this game. I might be blind, that is absolutely possible, but at least I only have seen that one. But yeah, in 2 turns, if I don't see big science numbers and think, ooh, big number goes brr, I will take the project, the production towards projects. The pen moves forward. As Meiji industry strengthens, so do the arts. Poets and authors lean into the natural world and its connection to the deep past, seeking solace in nature beyond the city. But what of the din of the Zaibatsu? What of style rooted firmly in realism and observation? Meiji romanticism must be preserved, or the naturalist movement is welcome. I mean, we're going all the way out when it comes to science. So, science, please. Oh, and by the way, let's take a look at this. That's the unique quarter. Damn, yeah, they really did a good job with how this game looks. I really like these graphics. Blue Blood. The exclusive Zaibatsu quarter is constantly abuzz, with traders rushing about, making deals and securing stocks. Many wonder what it must be like to belong to one of the wealthy families of the in-crowd. The work is harder than it looks, 3 production on the Jugokyo, or the luxury is unimaginable. I'll take the production. Tokyo needs production. Let me put it that way. Or Tokyo would like to have production with all the projects that will come Tokyo's way. So production seems like a reasonable thing to do. Let's give some of these look all the same. You're the worst. What? So let's get to that mountain first. Have you befriended an eco IP for nickel? Not yet. I will though, eventually. But I've taken the culture city states, because culture, when I befriended them, culture was still a possible victory that I might have pursued. But yeah, the nickel resource will be absolutely something I'd like to have. But I'd need a little bit more culture, influence for that. What do we want to get here? More production? Sure. Why not? Production turn into gold. More science. It's not much, but it's honest work. I am tempted to get the social policy slot. And I think I will. And for you, yes, 25% production towards completing projects in cities with a science building. Did that I believe did not count. No, that's a gold building and a production building. Do you have a science building right now? Do I need to I'll give you a laboratory. And then you will absolutely have a science building, and
we are not.
Then I'm safe. Let's also get the free technology, not technology, the free civic. And we still need to wait more. Can we get a bit of happiness? Sure. Okay, we have finished the Meiji Civic Tree. Gotta be honest. Could go for social science for a little bit more science, but I do think we should have enough science. That's more culture and happiness right there. Culture gold. Some influence. Yeah, I don't see much I'd be interested in. Had we have more great works, we could go for preservation societies, but we don't have. So let's just go. You know what? Let's go modernization into its mastery to get these Sultanate Kami. I like that wonder. Marrakesh. Do I know Marrakesh? I do know Marrakesh. Well, let's see if the nickel resource is still available once I've befriended Mozon Kani. Only time will. I mean, I doubt that I will lose the game if I don't get that resource. Like I said, we're not playing on deity here. We don't need it to be hyper optimized. I think I started befriending Pangshan. Yes, I did.
In the Enlightenment, just...
Okay, what do I want to get from you? A little bit more food seems reasonable. You can give me the science that I can see myself losing again the second this goddamn volcano will erupt. Let's go modernization 3. You can now also start with your unique building, unique quarter, I shall say. And then it's basically a waiting game. Any more science we can easily get from here? Not really. We could get a little bit more food. Hopefully, 20 turns though. And yeah, you know what? Let's get a little bit more culture. Maybe though the scouts have revealed another scientific city-state, but that did not look like it. Maybe down south? Nope. Oh, there's another militaristic city-state that I have not seen yet. Yeah, it really looks like we are out of luck. Modern tech for modern problems. Railway systems and telegraph cables spring up almost overnight, covering the land in a spiderweb of rubber and copper coils built to connect and transmit. The speed of information will surely increase. The fabric of culture will certainly shift. Give me the science. All the science. Every day. Science all day, every day. Always science. Do we have science? Yes, we have. And now I actually don't really care about the civic tree. I am happy with where I am. We could befriend more people. We have started with you. Could got more happiness. Nah. Which mementos have you picked? None that would help me in any way for a science victory. I was... I want to say I was planning for a bit more war-heavy game, but I wanted to be prepared. At the end of last stream, I was looking at Pachacuti's land and thought maybe I could steal a couple of cities. So I have very war-heavy mementos still picked, but yeah, that's okay. Could have gone for more fitting mementos, but I typically tend to not really plan which victory I want to go for until I am in the specific game, and then I just take a look at how things work out, if they work out. Do I want to build more? I mean, I could always get rid of one of these unique buildings, so sure. Let's get an opera house up and running. Oh, we have 15 and 6. Oh, hell yeah. Militaristic attribute. I really don't need that. You can give me a little bit more of that. You can give me the settlement limit. That's what I wanted, just in case I do want to take some more cities. Which realistically, I probably don't. And more production, more science, more everything. 20% extra science as well. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of culture right there. Also be quite some good money and happiness. You know what? Yeah, let's get living standards in. Ooh, a little bit more science per turn. Could befriend another city-state. If I need that. Always keeping an eye on the... Ooh, I could befriend... I cannot befriend Monaco. Okay, you may have that one. We could get Stone Town, though. For a little bit of extra gold. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Maybe Stone Town can unveil a little bit more. For me. People are stealing from me. Ooh, I wouldn't say no to an alliance with you. Yes, yes, yes. So we're now in 3 alliances. I can already see them getting absolutely destroyed by people going to war against each other. I could purchase science buildings. I'm sitting on almost 20,000 gold. I could get my hands on, say, another laboratory. That's a 35 science. Yeah, sure. We have other science buildings. Got a schoolhouse. Yeah, let's get the artifact, I guess. Five turns and aerodynamics is here. That works quite well with the opera house, truth be told. That works very well with the opera house. Should probably... Nah, do I really need to counter spy? I mean, it's not like we're playing on any insane difficulty where this would actually hurt. Let's get another settlement limit, just in case. We could get the extra science in to make that a little quicker. Do I want another militaristic city-state? Do I want a diplomatic? I mean, diplomatic could give me a lot of happiness. But then again, I'm sitting on 1,000 already. Ah, but screw it. I want my people to be happy. So, why not? What are we looking at? 2 more turns, 2 more turns. Would be interesting to see if you are going for a hyper-optimized game and you're going for a science victory. How quick can you finish the modern age? Because you can definitely do that quicker than I'm currently, but I don't have a very science-heavy civ. I don't have a science-heavy leader. At least I don't think I have. I have more of a, I mean, I guess I get 10% science in tropical cities, and I get a little. So it's not the worst, but there are definitely, I would say, better science civs and leaders than the ones I have picked. Plus, you could optimize it way better by, for example, purchasing the science buildings once you get them, or actually playing around with town focuses, foci. I don't know. But what would be like the fastest way, or the fastest time you could finish a game with a science victory? Because I have the feeling you can do that quite quickly. Not that I would, there it is, rare metals, lovely, lovely. Not that I would do that here. I mean, I do have a stream to maintain, and if that stream's over in like half an hour, did I really stream anyway? But like out of pure curiosity. Yeah, is the red fort done? Yeah, we're not building any wonders whatsoever. Ooh, in 6 turns.
The well.
Do I maybe want to prepare a second city for the last piece of, like for the last 2, like for example, the satellite can be made in the capital and the crewed space flight somewhere else. Maybe you have finished that. I want you to build. You've got 102 production. You could be a good different city. I mean, do you have anything that I can realistically overbuild, like get rid of? Sure. We'll see. Maybe Pataliputra is not the right city for that. Yeah, sure. Gotta remember every specialist is more science for me. In 2 different ways, actually, so there's that. Yeah, you have nothing to do whatsoever. If I could befriend you, you know what, let's do some, let's, or do I want to actually? Yeah, actually I would like you to be my friend and my ally. I don't think I would hate that idea. That will give me quite a lot of, okay! Ah, because I won the race to become Susan of a city-state. Well, that is unfortunate. Yeah, it probably was big timber population. Nah, do I care about that? Probably not. How many do I still have left? I can one Kumasi. You know what? Sure. Give me the pop. I just need more. But that is a little bit of science. I mean, I could. That is arguably the better place to slot that one. Now, question is, can Tokyo build something in a turn? I'd assume a merchant, maybe.
The members.
scout. Yes, we can build a merchant. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Do you want to click on you? Sorry. Xerxes has joined communism. Alright, you can give me nothing? I need to give you a launch pad first. And now you can give me a satellite. Okay, so they changed that, maybe? Maybe I'm just remembering that wrong. But I thought I was able to launch the crewed space flight and the satellite at the same time. Well, I guess no, it's not really. It doesn't really matter what else. What is going on now? Ooh, that is a lovely trade. That's also a thing. I could have been much more strategical with where I place my resources. As of right now, I just place them somewhere. I wish you could be a friend of mine. Please. That would be great. Let me tell you, I would like that. Kumasi, be my friend, please. And more production. And more gold. You have unfortunately not really revealed any new city-state for me. There is also not really, yeah, there's probably no other city-state in the fog of war, I assume. I could give you a launch pad, but I don't think I'd need a launch pad then. Could build some wonders. Or we could just do other stuff. You know, we could build the launch pad. Just so that you have something to do. And the launch pad is a lot of science. Although I don't need science, I have everything unlocked. I need production. I might need to look around. What does anything still give me production? Production on clay pits and quarries. Gold on gold buildings, science on science buildings. Actually, that's not the worst. Do I have anything that gives production? No. I do not. What we're looking at here, Lafayette also joined communism. Ah, well, what am I seeing here? Mr. Pachacutie. That's not cute at all. Stay where you are. One more turn and then it's done. The essence of the novel. An explosion of new writing styles pushes the boundaries of storytelling in Meiji Japan, and a popular writer pens an article calling to revolutionize the novel. The ideal work, he asserts, is one that treats realism as a form of art. Celebrate new literary approaches, announce the search for the perfect novel. I'm always down for the perfect novel. That is a lie, but I still take the money. Production on clay pits and quarries. Production on yes. Production on production buildings is great, because I don't think I have any clay pits. I have unique buildings, like everywhere. Alright, so we are looking at 10 turns in production. And there is, and she is now only. Okay, and she flies away. There's the first satellite, and I can see the world now. And I can see the last one that is still there, and I, as expected, don't see another city-state. Right, I do want to know, is anything that gives me other that's production on clay pits and quarries. Like I said, don't know if I have, that's mines and woodcutters. Production of military buildings. Yes, please. Any other production? Could get military buildings, gain adjacency from coast, which doesn't give me anything. Let's get free speech. A little bit more food, a little bit more happiness. Why not? Ten turns, and this game shall be over. Unless I can get a little bit more production squeezed out somewhere. I mean, I do have a quarry. That's a plantation, that's another plantation, that is a pasture. I have one quarry as it seems. Let's get the social policy slot. So, one production on clay pits and quarries gives me a little bit of production in the capital. Let's build an aerodrome, I guess, so that you have something to do. You will not be able to finish it, but that's whatever. Production towards overbuilding, probably doesn't really matter much anymore. I could take the influence, but realistically, do I need the influence? Gain happiness on the palace equal to your cultural attribute. I only have one I guess I only have one cultural attribute. It's got a little bit of extra money in. But yeah, damn. The Serpent Mound in this city would have been so golden. I cannot begin to describe that. Let's get a little bit of food and production in. What else? Production on mines and woodcutters. That would give me overall quite a lot of production, but I don't think any in my capital. That's food and food, that's commerce strength, that's here, but I don't have anything else that gives me production, so sure, why not? Eight more turns, soon to be 7 turns. I could look at my
We feel
civics.
free because we lack.
I get any production from civics somewhere. Might not be the worst idea to check that one out. Not here, not here. Let's go to the tree real quick. You will not give me anything. You will also not give me anything. I could get. I mean, I could build the Taj Mahal, but realistically, I probably won't be able to finish it. No production here or here. I mean, you give me production towards Navy moves, but also that does not do much for me. Yeah, it doesn't really look like there's much production to be gained. The last thing I could do is swap around a little bit of the resources, but I think we should be good. What are we looking at next? Pachacuti joined communism. See, I need to join communism as well. Let's get commanders, the double experience, and I guess now science, the technologies don't really matter anymore. We could befriend San Marino to get a little bit more happiness. You can give me a little bit more production from the mountains. But it is 4 turns, so there is that. We don't have any. We have built all the production buildings there are, and you are already quite happy. I mean, I guess we haven't. I'm just realizing. I guess we could still get ourselves a factory. I don't know if that probably didn't do much, but at least now I believe I can say I've built every production building I can build. And you are technically now a production is constructing buildings and wonders, production for land units, production for naval units, culture, more HP, more science, growth rate. So nothing really that gives me anything for city projects, which I believe that should be. Nice! We love ourselves an erupting volcano. That is always something good. You have finished your unique building as well, so I guess radio station? Maybe? Also, an interesting question. What I was wondering is, what's the slowest victory time? I can see the economic victory being one of the slowest ones, given that you need to wait until you have the 500 points. But is that slower than you progressing through the tech tree for a scientific victory or not? Questions. All those questions and no answers. Victory! Below an hour. I think that should be part of one of my fast victories that I've done. I don't know. I don't know if that it was the fastest. I don't keep track, but it feels like one of the faster ones that I've managed so far.
What new possibilities?
But I do feel that science is a very thankful victory when it comes to getting a fast victory, because while you are researching more stuff that you need, you can already build the infrastructure and the city projects that you need, so that you can effectively chain them together. But that was it. As always, thank you all for joining. It was a shorter stream, sorry for that, but the modern ages tend to be the shortest ages. As always, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and if you want to rewatch any of my VODs, you can check out my VODs channel. And for everyone else, I will see you in the next one. Bye!